everybody, it is I, Dimple Wizard, and we are back with another exciting stream in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The last time I've played this game was during the summer, and now it is fall. A lot has happened since then. I haven't really been up to date with the glitch community in terms of what can and cannot be done, but this is not a video focusing on that. No. Today we're going to be focusing on continuing the main adventure. So I'm here with Yanobo right now, and if you've been watching the channel for a bit, you know I hate Yanobo.
Here I go!
Bye-bye. I don't like him. He's annoying. He makes things difficult. Now so far what we've done is obviously we've got Tulin? I have to reestablish everything. That's what today's stream is going to be about. Just getting back into the swing of things. And we're going to figure out who is what and what is who. And basically, what have I done and what do I still gotta do? What is the plan, basically? Let's see, I've got one more thing to do at the pony stable to see what I got for that. Let's see. Where is the... Oh, right. Album, compendium, character profiles. Let's figure out his name. Okay. So his name is... Yeah, it is Tulin. Oh my gosh, I figured it out. I also hope that you've had a lovely weekend. I figured out that I'm guessing the point I need to recharge in a week is going to be Saturday, and I'm guessing there's going to be one other day in the week that I might need a little recharge in terms of my streaming schedule. But so far, yeah. I'm liking this so far, doing kind of like late night cozy streams. I'm thinking based on what I found out like during this kind of experimental week so far, I'm thinking no you don't. I'm thinking I'll do like 8 p.m. Eastern time streams or so. That seems to be when it makes the most sense to do it. It gives me enough time to do everything else I have to do in the day, and makes it so that I can stream pretty consistently and make sure that the videos are uploaded in time. So that's all good. Hello, Candy. Welcome to the stream. So let's see. That so far is the plan. But before I say like this is absolutely the thing we're going to commit to, we'll still see how like the rest of the week goes, because I've even had a day where I streamed really early in the morning, and that was really fun. So it might be kind of like a flip-floppy schedule sort of deal. I think that guy is special for duplicating weapons, so I'm just gonna not touch him. Thank you, Tulin. Oh, but I got an Octorok tentacle. Oh, Tulin. At least you're adorable, unlike Yanobo. Anyway. Oh, poor Yanobo. He actually is kinda cute, like, if he just stays still. He is pretty adorable. I mean, look, he's got like those little rosy cheeks. But no. No. He's done too many horrible things to me. It's a baby! It's one of the little guys! It's my little Gurok friend! Hello! Oh my goodness, you're just a baby. I love these guys. I'm currently in the process of making notes of where all of those little guys are. Has he fallen? And he's fallen, he can't get up. Yeah, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Oh my gosh, I can bump him. Bump. Oof. Little baby. I'm bullying him. But yeah. So I've had a pretty good weekend though. I kind of chilled. I watched some new movies. Some of them were a little spooky, and one of them was Kung Fu Panda, which can't be argued is spooky. Hold on, I'm kind of curious. Oh my god, I'm a genius. And then I just did like some things I gotta do. Ooh, we got like a Leviathan corpse over here. That's pretty cool. What is that? Oh, is it the entrance to like the cave or something? No. What is going on here? Reminders for Hylian workers. The red substance that sprouts from the cracks in the ground is called gloom, avoided at all costs. Coming into contact with gloom drains your vitality. If you touch it, get away from it immediately and rest. Resting in the fresh air of the surface is recommended. Thank you! Oh my gosh, there's so much deer over here. Oh! We got Sunderlines? Heck yeah! Let's see. Look at you being all productive. I'm trying my best over here. We're also beginning to begin the visa process. In terms of like me moving to Germany. I've mentioned it a few times on the channel before, but I do plan on moving to Europe in soon. Not this year. The desire is next year, but realistically, I would not be surprised if it was a if it was more of a 2 years from now kind of deal, and that's fine. I will be patient, you know. But I'm starting to look into what visa best suits me, and my hope is that one day I can make some type of video detailing the process. Sometimes I really have the desire to talk about, you know, all of that stuff. And I hope one day I can do that with you guys. Oh my gosh, I love Tulum. You're forgiven for everything that has ever been done wrong to me. Silly goose. So we started the visa process. Twitch, nah man, no story time. Oh no, it's an ad break. Don't worry, I'll reinstate it. I can see it has about a minute. Until then, for all of you people at home, watching this on YouTube, I will say hi. Nice to see ya. You should come watch on Twitch, because then you can influence how I do different things. Right now I'm just kind of walking around getting familiar with the controls again, trying to figure out where am I? Is this okay. It's nothing special under that rock this time. Let's see. So, we got 55 seconds till their ad break ends. But might I suggest this is a time to subscribe, because I'm cool. Nah, but I do encourage, like, I want to do something fun with subscribers to the channel pretty soon. I want to see if we could do like something in Minecraft or something silly. Okay, Aspen. Thank you for the resubscription. 14-month streak. Oh my gosh. So you wake up, gunshot noise. I refuse to explain that one, but Aspen, if you would love to explain that on your own time, that's fantastic. Yeah, we adore Aspen in this society, folks. But for those of you who were interrupted by the ad break, I was saying that we started the visa process. I'd rather not. Well, there you go, Aspen. What did you... Oh, okay. One moment, my friends. Silly stuff is happening in the background for a surprise I'm actually working on for you guys to see relatively soon. So in the meanwhile, what I will do is first of all, turn that off, and then I will do this, and you can listen to some nice little music while I be right back. Hold on. Hello? Hello, hello? Okay, let me see. Webcam, ba-bang. Hi! I'm back. So, I'm not sure if I should say be quiet, lo-fi mixed beats. I'm back. I live. So I am working on something kind of sneaky in the background. Let's just say the the Temple Wizard channel is going to get a little bit more magical. Sneaky. I am being sneaky. I did not intend on things happening right now, but they did, and so they happened. But yeah, I want to share the whole journey of moving to Europe because for me that's like kind of intense, and I feel like if I can help at least one other person navigate it or avoid mistakes that I'm going to make, that would be really nice. There's also just that level of wanting to, you know, give you guys like a bit more insight into what goes on in my goofy, silly little life, where I do my goofy and very silly things. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, right, in this game you don't have... Wonderful. In this game we don't have the little bomb spots anymore, so now we just cry. Oh well. The silly life of Dimdom. Yeah, that's basically what I'm going through right now. Whee! Curse sploosh! We're gonna take a little bath and get all healed up from the silly adventuring I've been doing. But yeah, it's like talking about things like being in long distance and how that kind of impacts one person. Whether or not someone should go for that kind of deal, because it's a little bit tricky, especially when it comes to like meeting family and stuff, when it comes to meeting friends, when it comes to just, you know, your day-to-day life, but also just the benefits of doing long distance and how you can really focus on yourself. I really want to cover that in like a whole video on its own later. Because like you guys know Caretaker Egg, he's on the channel fairly frequently, I'd say, and it's a big part of my life, and you guys are also a big part of my life. And if I could healthily merge that in some way, then that sounds pretty neato to me. Especially like I know there's some things that I wish I knew about things like that, especially when I first got into it. And I feel like it's just good that we share as much information as we can about things so that people don't go through hard stuff. And also just what a healthy relationship is. Because I feel like there's a lot of things out there that suck to go through. And it's like, you gotta be kind of super careful with that type of thing. So it's like, if I could do something or set a good example and be a positive impact on some person's life, then, you know, I'd really like to make an educated video talking about stuff like that. But anyway, so I think I know what I want to go for next with this game today. I think what I want to do is make my way up. Goodbye, Yanobo. I want to make my way back to the Zora region, the Zora's domain, and I want to see if I can make it so that we get to the temple that I'm assuming we will fight a boss in, or something like that, because I'm kind of excited about this one, not gonna lie. Going into like the lava world sounds a little spooky. And yeah, this is also still a let's play. Hello, my little squishy. Thank you for redeeming the straighten up dimple thing. But I want to see if I can help you guys also figure out how to navigate this game if you haven't literally already done that. Nice. Thank you, my little squishy. Okay. So can I swim up this goop or do I gotta swim up something else? Because I'm guessing I've gotta swim up there somehow. I don't think I can swim up goop. But there is like a waterfall over that away. And that's also just goop, ain't it? Okay. I'll talk to Sidon again. If it isn't the Zora armor, that armor really is perfect on you, my friend. I am sure it will aid you in your search for Princess Zelda. Speaking of the Lost Princess, it is possible that something I know may be of use to you. If you have something you would like to talk about, do not hesitate to let me know. Oh, thank you for the subs! 8-month sub pog. Thank you, my little squishy. But yeah, I was just talking about how it might be, you know, good to subscribe because these ad things are annoying. But at least I know. At least I know when ads are playing, so I can make sure to tell stories and stuff at a good pace for those of you who are watching live. Anyway, I don't need any words of advice from him. I'm gonna take this silly path over there. Or wait, you know what? I might do it a little bit differently. Cause I see that this looks like it's gonna be the temple, right? But I imagine if I can find the dragon Zelda, perhaps I can perhaps I can ride her along the sky and then land on top of the temple and skip all of the puzzles and go straight to the boss. I kind of want to see if this is like a theory. I want to disclose I don't know exactly how all of the temples work. I have not watched any walkthroughs or guides. I have actually managed to avoid spoilers for this game this whole time, which is pretty neato. Now there's some things like I couldn't really avoid, like images online, but in terms of like the grand story, in terms of like boss fights, I have not seen really much, if anything. So I'm still going into this pretty blind. So I will not know exactly how to take care of some situations. Also, I realize I went to the wrong place. So close, but so far. Also, if you're watching this and this is like your first time watching me play Tears of the Kingdom, and you've noticed my inventory is full of stuff, and you're wondering how do you have all that stuff, and it looks like you're not even like 2 inches into the game, it's because I was one of the original players, and I played during a time of the prosperous glitches, and I was covering that content quite frequently at the beginning of this game's release. Um, so, yeah. Now, you can't really, let's see. Now, in terms of like finding Zelda, the dragon, it's really hard. She has one of the most difficult flight paths because she's like super high up in the air, and she has the longest flight path where she goes literally all the way around the map. So much so that I find that when I finally get on top, I struggle to, jump off back onto the surface because it really is one of those things where it's sort of difficult to keep up with. So, it's kind of like you're either on or you're not, Like the other dragons, they have like 15-minute cycles or like 20-minute cycles, like maybe max 30-minute. Zelda's is like 2 hours. Also, I'm sorry if this is like your first time watching and you didn't know, but to be fair, this is a continuation of my Let's Play, and if you've been watching the Let's Play, that has happened. I have the Master Sword. I know what's going on. But, and also, the game has been out for a while. If you are not at that point, then I don't know what I can tell you. But at the same time, I'm also not even done with all of like the basic things yet. So I just apologize if I've spoiled something for you. Kind of luckily for us, though, I believe Zelda is not over here. Which means she could be closer to the water temple. Which is good. You know what? I've kind of figured something. First thing is first, I'm going to write this guy down. Right, of course. And also, I want to get into my cute little tunic. But it might be a little chilly, so I'm gonna put on my snow boots. And we're gonna go over there, and we're gonna see if we can spot her in any particular place. Let's see. Ba 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 ba. Like, she really can be anywhere, and I don't know if I can spot her from a lot of places. All I can really rely on is seeing, like, her horn glow, or something like that. Because I remember when I first boarded Zelda, like, it took a while. It took a very long time to figure that out. Because I had to try over and over, and I had to set up like this very specific flying machine, and it really wasn't until I had enough stamina that I could even attempt. So we're gonna keep on flying over here, just seeing if I can spot a glimpse of her. You know, just momentarily. Oh, you know what I could also do? There is like, I think this is like a giant, like, bouncy sky island. Maybe I could kind of go there and jump from there, perhaps? There's a few different shrines I have in the sky. I obviously don't have all of them yet. But I just want to see what my options are. The big overarching goal right now is let's see if we can get to the top of the temple. The lower goal, if it turns out that I'm going to have to figure that out kind of off stream, because I'm not about to have you guys watch me for 2 hours just waiting for Zelda to maybe come by. What we'll do at that point is we'll just enjoy some shrines and do a little bit of that stuff. Because I feel like that's something we kind of want to do. Alright, so in terms of that, I believe this right here, that is the temple. And, okay. There is like one of those challenge sky islands over there. We're also like right underneath that gigantic one. There's so much in this game to explore. It's a little overwhelming, honestly. Ooh. There's a ferry over there. I think what I'll do is I'll be real sneaky. And I got a ferry. There we go. And I got 2 ferries. Can I get the 3rd ferry? I don't know if this is the same in Tears of the Kingdom, but in Breath of the Wild, if you had, I think 5 fairies, they just stopped spawning in the world, which I think is pretty dumb. But that is just the way the world is working right now. And that really confused me for a long time. I didn't know why I didn't have, my, whoop! I did not know why I didn't have the things. I didn't know why I didn't have my fairies spawning, you know? Because I was going to like all the fairy fountains, and I was like all sneaky, and they just were not there. I thought my game was broken, or that there were a limited amount, and I had either scared them all away, or I had caught all of them somehow. I did not know for a very long time. So I just assumed I messed up. Maybe it's the same here. I don't know. Okay, so I can't really get up there without paying a price. But what is the price? I hope it's just money. And I could maybe just avoid doing the challenge. Link! Oh, no Zonite charges. No, I am not spending those bad boys. Okay. Let's see. Can I see Zelda anywhere? It's really, really tricky to figure out. Ooh, also, in other news, I want to play Phasmophobia in upcoming streams. So if there's like any subscribers who want to play that with me, or if not, I could play it like with friends on stream. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see, especially for spooky month, because it's very spooky. Okay. How am I gonna get up there? I'll try this one. I'm gonna look into like all of the shrines and see if like there's a place I can go that might just be a little bit more you know, crazy. Might just launch me to the oh no, you know. Alright, you know, but you've been waiting for me, that's great. Here, you look this way. Hurry. Ooh. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Wait for it to go. Alright, that was not long enough. But maybe I can spot Zelda somewhere around here? Or something? Maybe? No. Zelda. And it's annoying because I know like it sort of depends on a lot of things. But in general I have an idea where she might be. But of course it's been at least a hot minute. So I don't think I actually remember. Thank you, Yanobo. Oh! There's a, I forget what they're called. I think it's a Gleeok, in the corner up there. Yeah, Zelda literally travels right above that. Or wait, or maybe it's below. No, I really want to travel, like, to the top of the thing. I don't want to just not. Okay. Alright, change of plans. So this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do some shrines and have some fun with that. Make a little bit of progress in the game. And then, sometime off stream eventually, I will come back and I will be on top of Zelda. And when I get close to the spot, then I will start the stream up and I'll do like the intro and I'll talk about everything and yada yada and blah blah blah. And we'll see if we can actually jump onto the top of the temple. That'll be the next goal. What I could even do in the meanwhile is create like a flying machine that I can spawn, and we can see if I could make it with that too, because I don't know if it'll be enough to just like, you know, glide over. I might have to make a flying machine, so that'll be really cool. But now we're at the shrine. Against the flow. Okay. So now we've got to activate our brain. Oh boy. Let's see. I do have fire resistance, I think. Or at least I have hot weather attack stuff. Yeah. So if I need it... Nope. Oh. Woohoo! Alright. Okay, so we need to get like a little ball. Alright. let's see. So do those like kind of come around from back there? Ow! Alright. Can I... Oh! Ah! Cool. One time there was this, what is it called? One time I played on this shrine, and it was like about, you know, using logs or something like that. And the logs I found, you know, I could just kind of do what I wanted to with. So what I did was connect every single one of them in the shrine. I think I had like 22 logs, and it spanned like the whole thing. It was phenomenal. Maybe one... Darn it! I was trying to like make a bridge, and I hope I didn't lose everything. Okay, I still have that. Hooray. Oh my god. You know what? Actually, wait, I'm so silly. Why make a whole new bridge if I could just use this bridge? I try. Big brain. But yeah, like if I can perhaps go back to that one, I will. Let's see, I've got Traveler's Shield. It might be sentimental, but I have forgotten why it was sentimental. So I shall... Or maybe it wasn't sentimental, but just looked nice. But I'm going to just trade it in. Because... yeah. Let's see. So... woo! Sizzled my toes! Yay! I got it in first try, baby! Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep this bridge still. If I can. It might not let me. Oh, wait, maybe if I... Oh, yeah! Let's go! This might prove to be a problem. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'll just do this then. This seems a little bit easier to me than, you know. Than like just dealing with it, by making a whole other bridge. Although it does somewhat beg the question, you know, what's the point a little? But cool. Am I missing something up there? Is there like a chest? Oh, there's a fire hydrant. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, I'm all good. But thanks. We did it, guys. But yeah, also, if you just have other spooky games in general you want me to play during October, like Five Nights at Freddy's or something, you can always request it. I can see. I'm really scared of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like when I think it was about like 13 when that game came out, something like around then. That game freaked me out. I was all into the lore. I was one of those like game theory kids who's like waiting with bated breath for the next release in the FNAF lore. Play Tattletale. I think that game's supposed to be scary, is it? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. But maybe I will. I'll have to look into it. Light of Blessing. Ooh. Oh boy. But there's also like a lot of cool new indie horror games that are out. Like Amanda the Adventure, I think it's called, or Amanda the Explorer. Well, probably Amanda the Adventure. That one's cute. In terms of Poppy's Playtime, though, I don't like that one necessarily. I like people speedrunning that game or making a goof on it. But it really just felt like it was profiting off of, you know, like FNAF and everything. Yeah, it was another mascot board that followed FNAF. Yeah. And the fact that their whole like release thing was with NFTs and stuff, like kind of not the practice we want to see with horror games or indie games in general becoming the main thing. I volunteered at a German kindergarten, and I saw like this really young kid holding a Huggy Wuggy plushie. Gosh, I can't believe I said that. But it really just made me feel like this was entirely made for merchandise, you know? I don't even know if the parents know what their kid is like wanting. It's weird. Yeah, those things are everywhere. It's silly. But let's chill and do another shrine. I guess we'll not ironically, but we'll we'll continue doing this whole thing. You know, Poppy's Playtime is all for merch sales. Yeah. Like, at least with FNAF, the game came out first, and that's what inspired the merchandise. You know, you could tell that someone actually put a lot of hope into that. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Honestly, I was thinking about like what I would make for an indie horror game. Cause it's, you know, it's not like it's difficult in in concept to come up with. And it sounds like a fun thing to make, you know? But it does require just like a level of care that I don't know if it would be. If it's really easy to like make something entirely original, you know? The early indie horror scene was much nicer, more creation focused, not merch focused like it seems now. Yeah. Like, I would want to see something with another level of intrigue that was present in the FNAF franchise. I am a little nervous about the FNAF movie, frankly. Not because, like, I think it's going to be super scary, although I hope it is. I really hope it is scary. But because I know the studio that makes, like, that's making it, I don't necessarily know how I feel about the studio. Because I actually just watched one of their movies recently. I watched Get Out. And I'll be honest, it took me quite a bit to enjoy the movie. I think the premise was a good idea, but the execution was kind of. Like, I got that if you haven't seen Get Out, it's like I would recommend watching it at least once. I think it's kind of hard to say. Like, it's definitely not a bad movie, and it definitely had like a lot of care in it, which I appreciate. But I would be hesitant, at least. I would be hesitant to say, like, it's as good as maybe other people are saying it is. Which may be a little mean, but I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of cringy most of the time. And a lot of that cringe was purposeful because of, like, it was supposed to be unsettling. But it was so on the nose with, like, everything that it kind of... It just sort of felt like I was watching more of a PSA and less of a, you know, a horror movie. Like, it's supposed to be psychological horror, I'm told. And there are definitely parts in it that I could see as being, like, a little, like, you know, scary. But in terms of, like, gore, right? It's kind of hit or miss. You know, I feel like, you know, when you play or watch, like some of, like, the horror video games that are out there, or even things just that are kind of more over the top goofy, like Mortal Kombat or something like that, gore becomes more of like a joke than something that's supposed to unsettle you. Like, of course, when you're like a little kid and you see gore, I can imagine it being like pretty difficult and scary to look at. Like, there are some things, you know, that are like still hard to look at. But with this movie in particular, if there were moments of gore, it's not that it looked fake or anything, but the moment just didn't hit as good because the plot itself was kind of dumb. I don't know the studio much. Blumhouse, like, they kind of focus on horror films, but I kind of view it as more of like not necessarily good horror for adults, but satisfactory horror for like maybe someone's like introduction to horror films, especially like if they're a little bit more spooked by movies that are scary like that. You know, things like that. And that's just my opinion. I am no film critic or something, but I have a lot of hope in the FNAF movie because it is, it's such a big franchise, and I know Scott Cawthon, the creator of it, I know he's working closely on the script and everything, and he's wanted to make this movie for a long time. So basically, my type of horror. Got it. Yeah. Like, is Blumhouse necessarily like a bad studio? I'm not saying that. Definitely would not say that. Again, I think their films are fine. But the horror that actually really gets me is when it's more super sudden and unexpected. Like, probably the film that has scared me the most in recent viewing was Cloverfield 13 Lane. If you don't know that film, it's sort of related to Cloverfield, the original movie. They're older films, so I won't spoil everything, but I'll say, like, Cloverfield, the main premise is it's like a found footage movie of like an alien invasion kind of deal. And it was very like revolutionary for the time. But for me, I was very annoyed because I'm not the biggest fan of TJ Miller. And he was very present in the whole thing. Now, if you don't know who TJ Miller is, he voices a lot of characters and things. If you've ever heard someone who's like, or if you ever heard someone who's kind of like, sounds like more of like a surfer dude kind of person, it might have very solid chance it was TJ Miller. I'm not the biggest fan, to be truthful. His voice is it irks me a little, but you know, what can I do? Anyway, I've also realized I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment here, and I need to, well, I guess I'll use this one. I guess I'll do like, wow, I only have 7 fire fruit. I need to get more fire fruit. If I I'll just drop that and then open this up. Oh! Hooray! I can replace the bow that I had just picked up. Yippee! Oh. Darn. Woo! But I don't know. Like, Cloverfield 13 Lane, by the way, if you're wondering why it scared me, the whole point of the movie is that it focuses on this woman that's like kind of just living through an apocalypse, but it's not all as it seems. She's like in a bunker with some people, and you know, the thing of the movie is that it's just so excellent. You really have to watch it. I kind of genuinely don't want to spoil it for you guys. I will say that, like, it's really only super scary at one part, and that's like kind of it. Um, whoop. But it is really good. Like, it's so good. Like, if I can suggest it, it's an awesome horror movie. And it's scary because it's not scary for so long. You know, it's a very false sense of security, and that's what kind of got me. Without saying more, you know? I'd also really like to talk about movies on my channel in the future, if I can. I know earlier I said I'm not really a movie critic, but I've been really trying to figure out what makes a movie good and what makes a movie bad. And like even things like what makes an episode of a show good and what makes it bad. And never before have I kind of seen an example of knowing the difference between good and bad versus my recent experience with Doctor Who. I've talked a lot about like my experience like watching the show on this channel, but I've never talked about it like in depth. And I'm working on how to make a video talking about my thoughts on it because a lot has already been said about it. If you are a fan of Doctor Who, you kind of know what's up in the franchise. You know what people think about it, and it's not like my opinions are much different or could be said much better than what other people are saying in the YouTube sphere. So I'm trying to figure out how I can say something. Sorry, I'm shaking the screen. There's a fly, and I'm trying to. But there's. I want to say something kind of different, but also still echo a lot of the similar sentiments. Maybe I can provide more examples of things that like I really love about the show and what like kind of kept me going, and really just applying like that to other things. I think that's how I'll kind of go about it, you know. So far I think we've done about 3 shrines. Let's go to this one next, just kind of clear this area up a little. Trying to think. Yeah, I'm not sure when I would make a video like that. I don't know if I'd want to talk about it this month, but I think I'll talk about it in November because that's a bit closer to the 60th anniversary of the show. And I think it makes sense for me to talk about it when there's a lot of hype around it. But for now, I want to focus on getting through these Let's Plays so that I can make room for more Let's Plays. I kind of also want to pose a question to you guys. So currently right now I'm kind of Let's Playing a few different games. Oh, combat training throw. Oh. The shrine purifies the ancient evil. You who have entered here, heed my instruction. Aim true and throw the material. At least we know a spot where we can get more of these things. Your other attacks are ineffective here. Ready yourself. Thank you. You know, if we want, we could just have this guy kind of give us infinite arrows. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, is he not dropping any more arrows now? Oh, no, he is. many arrows do I have? I have a pretty good amount. I guess, oh. Well done. Wait. Watch the enemy's movements carefully, then throw the material at them. Aw, man. Oh. Alright. You have proven your mastery. Now proceed to the innermost chamber. It's a little silly getting some of these shrines at this point, but you know, it is sweet that they have them there in case someone did not know until this point. I will say I do prefer it to just being told just explicitly like what to do all the time. Bro, that took a minute. I just kind of wanted to collect as much as I could. I like collecting things. And I like exploiting the system. I don't really have any need of those things. But there is a little chest here. No, that was fast. Oh. Well, make up your mind, Katie. Even with you collecting stuff. Yeah, I mean, I could have collected more, but it was like I already had so many arrows, it just kind of didn't feel like it was entertaining to watch me go back and forth. You have done well to reach this place. But yeah, I think I'll talk about Doctor Who probably next month with a nice little PowerPoint video. I've been having so much fun making those PowerPoint videos. But yes, the question I wanted to pose to you all. I'm a little bit scatterbrained when I play this game. I play a lot of Let's Plays. I'm playing through Animal Crossing, I'm doing Pikmin, I'm doing Tears of the Kingdom, so on and so forth. Would you guys prefer it if I just focused on one game and uploaded for that game only? Or do you think that the way I'm doing it right now, where it's more of my own pace and it gives like a little bit more variety, do you feel like that's more? I feel like the variety is a bit better. I'd say do what you want. I appreciate that. But I do think it is probably better in the long run for me to do it in a variety kind of style, so that like if there's somebody who really wants to see the Pikmin stream but doesn't care about Tears of the Kingdom, that they can just like still watch that stuff. I guess it does make the most sense at the end of the day. Plus, it kind of increases the longevity of the Let's Play. So yeah, I guess it's a... Is the blood moon rising? Oh my gosh. Whoop! If you have more fun doing it with variety, not getting bored with it, then go with that. Yeah, I guess that does kind of make the most logical sense. I just never want it to be annoying with how much I go back and forth. Because at the end of the day, you know, I like playing games, but I also want to make sure that I'm not kind of messing something up, I guess. But you know, if you're in it for the long haul, then I think you'll enjoy the stuff anyway that I'm doing. So I guess I shouldn't worry about that too much. I think what I'll do is this shrine next, and then I'll probably call it a day there. Again, when I come back to Tears of the Kingdom, I think what my main focus will be is do like the Zelda thing and just see if that works. And I feel like that's a question you're all curious to know the answer about, because I'm really curious about knowing the answer to that question. So I will try to figure that out. But I think the next game I'm going to play is a I'm thinking of playing Pikmin again. Ooh, it's unbearably cold. Also, just a heads up for the stream people. There's an ad break that'll start in 45 seconds. So just be aware. But don't worry, I won't be telling any pivotal story details. I'll just be going through this shrine. but maybe people who are watching on the MN? Oh man. Oh okay. But maybe for the exclusive rights of being a YouTube watcher, maybe I'll share the most riveting tale of the century. Nah, don't worry about it. Let's see. Okay, so this is gonna be a pretty chill puzzle. It's gonna be just like a little bit of solving electricity. Yeehaw. Can I make it up here? I can. And then what I'll do... Oh. Okay. Here's what I'll do. Hopefully that gives me enough time. Okay, we got it. I always forget I have the Ascend ability. Like, I don't know if there's an ability that you guys forget that exists in the game. But for me it's always the Ascension ability. It's not because it's a bad ability or something. You know, it's just what can I necessarily do with it? I don't know. Let's see. Can we get this like over here? What is the dealio? Maybe I have to go back this way or something? That seems like what I probably am supposed to do. Ah, cute, a chest. See, I can't jump over that. Oh, I got another strong Zonite. Zonite shield. Okay. I guess we'll go with this one. But like, what else do I get up here? If anything. Okay, that was not hitting it. Sadly, was not the answer. Maybe there's something down here. Like, what is it that I am missing? Because how would I get up here otherwise? There must be something. There has to be a way. Maybe it's just as simple as taking care of it with like my sword or something. Oh, let's see. I just might do that. I might simply throw my sword and just have that connect the dots. Or what does this do? I'm sorry that I keep looking down like this. It's just my controller's a little bit wacky. Is that? I can't even pick that up if I wanted to. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. I will use... Okay, cool. The Traveler's Claymore. Whoop. Okay. Here's what I'll try. Aha. Well, I mean, I'm gonna miss my little claymore, but you know, whatever. I'll survive without it. Visitor to the Shrine of Light. But yeah. So at least now, I think we have a pretty good idea of what has already happened. We've taken care of, we've at least gotten to the temple of like the fire of Elden Volcano. We have to reach the temple of the Zora of the water temple, right? And then there's still the thunder lightning temple that we have to do like the quest for. So we're kind of getting there. We're kind of getting to the same place with all of them, but we're kind of at different points. And of course, we've already completed the wind temple. So we'll just have to kind of see where this goes. And of course, there's plenty of other shrines to do, shrines to find also. There's plenty of side quests to also do. But again, my goal is going to be figure out how to get to the top of the water temple, if that's even a possible thing I can do. What I might frankly do is come up here and just kind of sit at the top, kind of just to remind myself next time I play the game, get on there and try to do the thing. Again, it's like one of those things that takes like an hour to get around, so you know, it's gonna take a little bit of preparation. I also wanted to say, even though at the start of the stream I said that maybe doing like 8 p.m. streams, like Eastern time, is good, there's always a chance that that kind of gets a little bit messed up because there's other things happening in the background. I'm going for a little part-time job, so I have to be available for that. So we're still kind of at a point of figuring out what exactly might be a more consistent time to stream. But we'll kind of just see how that goes. But that's the tea. Who knows, maybe I'll even find Zelda like right now, and then I could even come back a little bit later and do it. But it seems like she's not around here, so this is one of those times where I really miss Rivali's Gale, because I can't just like you know, soar up and find out. I have to go through a big song and dance to figure out where she even is, first of all. I wish there was like a tracker. Ooh. I did have a thought. I have traveled medallions. I might be able to simply just put a traveled medallion like on top of one of those like challenge islands. And that could be good. And maybe I could just always have like another point of access to all that stuff. There's a lot of things I could reach Zelda from. But again, I'm a little bit cheap, a little bit frugal. So if I can avoid, paying a large Zonai charge, which is now more of a rarity considering all of the patches that they have in place. Again, I'll see if like there's any new tea with the with like the glitches in this game. It's kind of just dependent on that. Wait a second. There is always this temple up here. I'm gonna travel to the Wind Temple really quick and see if maybe I can spot Zelda or something, right? Because if I can spot her like right now, I can at least save the game here and then come back later and, just do it all again. That would be cool. Especially being like all high up and stuff. And it's also just nice to see this temple again. Let's see. I want to explore a little. This actually might be large enough on its own to spot Zelda. Maybe I could even like just jump up from here. I'll save this for later. Bestie, you gotta come downstairs after stream. The water is delicious. The water is delicious. Well, I guess I'll come see that in a little bit. Thank you, Espen. Alright, I don't see Zelda. But I will save it right here. Because we did do a lot today. It might not feel like it, but in a game like this, like, any progress is good progress. But thank you all so much for joining me on the stream today. I'm really happy to be back in full swing and doing this again. There's so much I want to do and talk about, and it's hard, like, containing it, Like, I want to talk about Doctor Who, and I want to talk about everything. You're welcome for stream. Goodbye, Candy. I'm gonna go have some tasty water, I guess, and I'll see you all in the next stream. I love you all. Tschüssi!